Yes, everybody. Welcome back in the building. Happy Sunday. Happy new signing day. The Hugo Ekitike transfer has officially been confirmed. Been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, as in a here we go, that we found an agreement today. So, we spoke about that earlier today. What I want to talk about now is how will he fit into this Liverpool team, and I'm giving you guys a sneak preview. Shout out to my boy Matija, who's an incredible graphic designer. He's helped make this new template ahead of the new season, and this is going to be for Liverpool goals. But because all of you OGs are in the building, I thought I'd give you a sneak peek and we can play around with the formation. And as you can see, I've been a little bit sneaky. Okay, sorry if I'm excited, but I put Alexander Isak there just as a little joke. Just a little joke, but also praying that it comes true. But it's also just one of the discussion points I wanted to mention with you guys, that Ekitike could potentially play on the left. Okay? But guys, welcome in the building. How's everybody feeling? Damn, you guys are already not happy about the Isak. Okay, I'm going to move him around. I was just being a little bit cheeky, but I see you guys are taking this serious. Hold on. Why is it? Oh yeah, let me move this up a little bit. There we go. That's aligned again. Okay, so you guys don't want Isak? We spent too much. All right, let's have a look here. So let's say it is Ekitike that we go down the middle, and because it looks like Lucho is likely to leave, I'm gonna put Cody Gakpo there for the moment. Do you guys see that? Guys, what do you make of that? Hey Leo, why is Isak there? Madnus, I was just playing around a little bit. Come on, you guys. It's a dream case scenario. Dream case scenario is what I'm doing here. So guys, we're going to be going through the different positions, how we can set up, because for example, something I'm real intrigued is how is Annislot going to try to integrate Dominic Szoboszlai into his teams, especially considering just how good he is and where he played last season. Because I do definitely think, I initially thought maybe we would see Florian Wirtz play on that left-hand side, right, on the left wing. But the more I've read, and most recently, it was Florian Wirtz's dad who said he spoke to Annislot, who had a very clear game plan for him as to how he'll fit this Liverpool team. The more I've read into it, the more it seems like Wirtz is going to have that free roam in the middle, because that's just his best position. And when you spend a record amount on such a special player, you're going to play him in his best position. You know what I mean? So I actually don't think we're going to see, unless it's certain scenarios, I don't think that Wirtz is going to play on the left. So as of right now, I'm going to put Cody Gakpo because, like I said, it seems likely that Lucho is going to play on the left. But have Mamardashvili instead of Alisson. I'll show you what that would look like as well, okay? Hold on. I'll show you guys what that would look like. So, you guys are saying Mamardashvili. Let me show you the graphic for him too. There he is. You guys see Mamardashvili? Top player. I think, okay, Annick Ball Darwin is going to batter teams. You guys all want to keep Darwin now? Hold on. Okay, there we go. So, first game of the season. Guys, we're going to first bring back the team predictions. Potentially. We shall see. Okay, guys. This season is going to be insane for sure. What I'm going to do right now is predict the team for the first game of the season, okay? And I want to hear what you guys think. Where's our electric bike, Sobo? I agree, but how do you fit? You have to start. Guys, let me know. Okay, let me know then if... I'm definitely putting in Alisson though, because he's going to be our starting goalkeeper. But guys, if Wirtz, Maka, and Gravenberch start, which they have to, let's be real. Yo, the Vicar, nice to see you. If those three start, then where do you play Szoboszlai? Let me know in the building. Guys, where do you play Szoboszlai if Maka, Gravenberch, and Wirtz start in that midfield? Let me know. True. You guys are on it. Your guys' ball knowledge, guys, beautiful, immaculate. Look what we're going to do. Gravenberch out, Szoboszlai in. He's suspended for the game against Bournemouth. Guys, Gravenberch is suspended for the first game. False 9 sounds good, bro. Ekitike is going to be our false 9, baby. OG Cup is in the building too. Yes, indeed. I could see Verts taking the number 27. So, guys, bro, to me, you guys already have a 21st Premier League title, says Ultimate Football. You're a Chelsea fan too, right? In England? And you're already saying that we're going to win the title? Bro, it's too early. Come on. Maka might be injured. Nah, I don't think by then. Bro, that's in 1 month's time. 1 month's time. It would have to be something very, very serious. Guys, look at that team for potentially the first game of the season. What are we saying? Guys, what are we saying? Oh, goodness. We're going to have an unhappy Dom. Nah, don't you worry. Don't you worry. By the way, he apparently played at right back, which is interesting, today in the friendly against Stoke, in the behind closed doors friendly. Guys, for those of you on TikTok, please come on over to the YouTube. The YouTube is Leo's goals as well. Look, if you come onto the YouTube, you're going to see we're playing around. I can't bring it here. But I have the formation and everything pulled up here. So we're looking through the formations, you guys. 11 out of 10. OP team. Jones, please. Anonymous wants to see Jones in. Do you guys agree? Would you start Jones over Szoboszlai or Maka first game of the season? Nah, bro. Come on. No way. No way, bro. No Gravenberch. Ginger Lime. It's because we're looking right now for the first game of the season, and he's not going to be starting first game of the season. Have Robbo. Nah. Kirkes is going to start first game of the season, bro. 100%. Malaysia. Liverpool fan 0-1. You could have gone... Nah, I'm a big fan of Frimpong. Alright, but I think actually first game of the season... Guys, let me know what you think in the building. I think Connor Bradley will start at right back, not Frimpong. Why? Because Connor Bradley is so Premier League proven. Unless maybe because Bournemouth is going to actually sit deep. Maybe we want to go for the more attacking fullback for that kind of game. But what do you guys think? Look, Connor Bradley at right back. I think there's a good chance we initially see it that way. Why? Again, he's Premier League proven. Against top opposition, he's done extremely well, first and foremost defensively. Not too early. Connor Cafu starts first game. Yeah, I put him in there. Connor Cafu. Bro, look at that team. Look at that team, bro. That's special. Will Ekitike make it to the flight for the tour? I think so. We got Yusuf from Egypt. What's good? Connor. We need Gravenberch. You know what, guys? Why don't we do Community Shield? Guys, let's do Community Shield. Okay? That's against Crystal Palace because that game comes before our first Premier League game and Gravenberch isn't suspended for that one. So let me know. It looks frightening. Dean, I'm too hyped. Look at that beauty. No, I was going to say, guys, if it's the Community Shield, then Gravenberch is definitely starting. But where do we put Szoboszlai? Look at this, guys. Look at that. Gravenberch and Maka as the holding mids. And look at that front three. Ekitike would take up the false 9 role. What do you guys think? There's no highlights yet. I think Endo and Gomez might give up their numbers. What do you think? No, I don't think so. Give up their numbers? They've been here. Kirkes won't play against his former club on his Premier League debut. He 100% will. We didn't sign Kirkes to start the season on the bench. We didn't spend 40 million on a 40 million pounds on a wing back for him to be on the bench. Ultimate Football says, you guys have an insane lineup. I know it's too early, but I say you guys win the Premier League again. And yes, I'm a Chelsea fan and Barca fan. Damn. Sobo is cooked. Guys, where do we fit Szoboszlai in? Let me know. Verts left wing? But that means we wouldn't be playing Verts in his preferred position. Is that smart? That's not smart to me. Guys. Alright, I'm going to try that and let me know what you guys think, okay? So, we're going to do this. We're going to put... Let me have a look at the cam roll here. Cam, we're going to put Szoboszlai, okay? Right here. And for left wing, we're going to put... Oh, I'm going to have to drag him over. Hold on. What do we think of this, you guys? What do we think of this? You guys prefer that? Because that's obviously a way, because we were all saying Szoboszlai might be too good to keep on the bench. What do you guys think of this? Florian Wirtz on the left, Ekitike down the middle, Salah on the right, midfield 3, Maka, Grav, Sobo. What are we saying? What are we saying, you guys? Better? You want to play Szoboszlai? Do you think Alisson will be Liverpool's starting goalkeeper? 1,000%. There's no way he gets dropped. Leo, there's someone who's making... Nah. Not balanced. You guys want to see what Szoboszlai would look on the left-hand side? Okay, let me try. Okay, we're going to do that right now. What do we think of this? Guys, what do you make of that? Dom on the left. Dom on the left. Bench Sobo. Ooh! Damn, we got some controversial takes here. Bench Szoboszlai? Nah, bro. Alright. Some of you guys want Frimpong back in. Because he's a new signing and we're buzzing about him, we'll put him back in. But I do think first game of the season, Connor Bradley will start. Do you think Rio will be a bench player next season? I hope so. He looks so promising in training, and apparently he scored in the friendly today against Stoke. So surely with how he's playing, he must be impressing at Nisla. Surely. What do we think? William, what do you think of this? Hey Alyssa, nice to see you in the building. Sorry I didn't do a video on Darwin today. No, on Luis Diaz. But it was just big news around Ekitike, so I had to do something around that on the long form channel. Change my pick from me to Garcia. Your future husband. I'm undercover as a girl, says questionable 11 LC. Guys, what are we saying? Ekitike left wing, Sobo striker? Nah, I don't know about that. I guess it depends. I sub to Leo's goals for... Thank you, Yusuf. Nah, GS Warrior. Frimpong did not cost that. Frimpong, it cost a lot less than Kirkez, especially with the way we divvied out the deal. Maybe a replacement for Ryan isn't realistic at all. Fede should play. Bro, he's not going to start Chiesa. I would love... Trust me, it would be beautiful to see something like this. Let me show you guys. Guys, look how beautiful that is. Wait. Chiesa on the left. He's so good on the left. Now that looks exciting too. That looks very, very exciting too. Guys, have a look. Chiesa left wing. Ekitike down the middle. Salah on the right. Guys, what do we make? Nah, not Salah centrally. Not Salah centrally. Konate will be leaving. I'm not so sure. The reports today were saying even though Real Madrid want to try to push him to sign this summer, Liverpool still is in negotiations. We haven't given up on trying that. Big up, Ryan. Can Ekitike play on the left? Yes. Yes. Ekitike's name backwards is still Ekitike. That's sick. I know. I saw that. I love Chiesa, man. Bro, I would love to see Chiesa get more chances next season. I would love it. Love, love, love it. No, look it up. GS Warrior, look it up. He cost 29.5 million. Jeremy Frimpong. 29.5 million pounds. That's the price we paid. Because we triggered his release clause. So that's a lot less than Kirk has. Significantly less. Loads of attacking options. I know. Imagine how exciting this is for Anissa. Look, bro, we can't even decide. We can't even decide. Why not Lucho left wing? Likely because he's going to leave. If we're being honest. He's likely going to leave. Rio is a 29.5. 29.5 is the price. If you look it up, look it up. Yeah, we got him for a good price because that was his release clause at Leverkusen. So a lot of other teams like City would have gone for him, trust me. But thankfully we moved quickly on it. Otherwise, I'm sure, because I'm pretty sure Man City still needs a right back. So I thought he was maybe going to go back there. But like I said, we were quick to the deal. And well done to us for being so quick to it, you know? What number will Ekitike get? Ooh, good question. I don't know, actually. What numbers has he worn in his career? "22. At Reims, he wore number 22. I could see that being the case. I could see him wearing 22. At Frankfurt, he wore number 11. At Frankfurt, he wore number 11, but at Reims, he wore number 22. So I could see 22 being the number he takes initially. Because he was in the academy. GS Warrior. Frimpong was in the Man City academy at some point, so I thought he would go back to City. I will make his release clause 75 million euros for Frimpong. That's high. Damn. No, bro, I haven't seen the ideas yet. I'm going to have a look, okay? I'm going to have a look. Chiesa cooking, bro. He would cook on that left-hand side. Trust me. Trust me, he would cook. Do you think Isaac could still come? I still believe it's possible. Nah, Frimpong will wear number 30, guys. I promise you. I promise you, Frimpong will wear number 30. And Verts, I agree, I think will wear number 27. Ekitike, 15 could look clean for him. 15 could look clean for him. The only problem with Gakpo is consistency. Put Chiesa during Ooh, you're saying during AFCON? Yeah, Chiesa will potentially play on the right wing. If he stays. I'm not so sure that he will stay. We gotta see. Dutch FC gonna dominate England. Oh, yes. Can Frimpong play midfield? No. Potentially right wing, maybe when Salah's at AFCON. Maybe. Switch Gravenberg with Sobo. King Kenny, you wouldn't start Gravenberg? Rodrigo gonna play right wing when Salah goes. Nah, bro. You really think we're getting Rodrigo? Seems very unlikely at this stage. I gotta be honest. It seems very unlikely to me at this stage. Junior? I think you'll have to start. That's why with Subas. Nah, bro. Gravenberg was our young player. Was the Premier League young player of the season. Is there any way to see the highlights of Liverpool versus Stoke game? I don't think there will be. I don't think they would have set up all the cameras to do it. But I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it's going to be on LFC TV because that would be sick to see the goals. The Darwin hat trick, the Rio Anma goal, and the Chiesa goal. I would love to see it all. We'll have to see whether Darwin stays or not. Melinda, we could do something like this if you guys wanted to ahead of the first Premier League game. We could do something like this once we know which players are here and which players are not there, you know? Johnny, my brother, says, you sure Slot will play Chiesa? What happened last season and how limited? Yeah, no, we were just saying, Johnny, this isn't saying that this is what Slot's going to play. We're just saying this would be so fun to watch. Because I know I think this and quite a few others think this too. Chiesa in his preferred left wing position would just ball out. Bro, he would ball out and he deserves some chances. I really want him to stay. But what's more likely is this. Johnny, Cody Gakpo on the left-hand side. That's more likely. You see? Yeah, Gakpo left. I just changed it now. I think this is going to be most likely, but the problem is we have to find a way to fit Szoboszlai in too because he's so good. He's too good. Yeah, this is true. From the Swan Queen says, guys, relax. Dom will play games with these mids. We will rotate due to tactics or who has too many minutes in the legs and needs a rest. Absolutely. And the beautiful thing, too, with Szoboszlai is I think he can be very good in the holding mid position, but he can also be very good in that kind of 10 role that he played last season. He could even play as a false 9. There's so many positions that Szoboszlai could occupy. So like you said, depending on what we need in the game, and there's going to be lots of games coming, you know, like there are many points, especially earlier on in the season, where we played twice in a week. We're going to need that depth, you know, and you best believe Szoboszlai brings you that depth, you know. I'm a big fan as a Newcastle fan. Big up, Surya. What do you think about the transfer window you're having so far? Getting Alenga. There's King Kenny says there's no way Slot is gonna leave out Szoboszlai. He is really consistent too. Like this man has a never give up attitude. I love him, King Kenny. I love him, and I love your username by the way, King Kenny. But the problem is Maka and Gravenberg as holding mids are so unbelievable that I don't see how you switch that around when they're both fully fit. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Is there any progression in the Ibu Konate talks? It doesn't seem like it, but we're still pushing for it. So hopefully we can get it over the line. You know what I mean? FSG have been beasts in the transfer market. Indeed. This is going to be a headache for Slot. A good headache. A good headache. Do you think we'll buy anyone else? If yes, who? A centre back. Gehi, I'm not so sure. Just because it seems like Crystal Palace are being very difficult in the negotiations. If that doesn't happen, I think we'll move on to another target. But right now, it seems like we're still working on that deal to see what we can do. Johnny says, why would Konate want to leave this team? I know. The only way I could see... Johnny, the only way I could see Konate wanting to leave this team, because I agree, it just looks special, it looks unbelievable, is when Real Madrid come knocking and they offer him lots of promises. For example, I bet you they're telling him, we're going to pay you these beautiful wages, like top wages, more than Liverpool can offer. You know, you'll get a beautiful house in Madrid, all this and that, you know. Which I could see being enticing for Ibu Konate, especially if we're not offering him a great deal. You know what I mean? A contract extension. So I think it's very dependent on that. But I think if, let's say, we offered Ibu 200,000 a week, I think he would accept it. because the reports today even were saying that it's not like our negotiations with him and his agent have completely broken down. Like, that would be very worrying. If he just said, you know what, I'm tired of how little you've been offering, I just want to speak to Madrid now, that of course would be worrying. But it seems like what's happening right now is, on the one hand, you have Ibu, who is going to be enticed by Madrid, and on the other, I do think there's a part of him that maybe wants to say. Johnny says, basically moved by money then, which is a shame. I mean, to be fair, this is the world we live in. I don't think he's the only one. Lucho, it's the exact same thing, in my opinion. Johnny, he wasn't involved in the game today behind the closed doors friendly. He said he wants to leave, apparently. I think it's related to wages too. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's like them being crazy about money and stuff. It's more knowing what your value is, and if you feel like your value isn't being paid when you're a top player like an Ibu Konate or a Luis Diaz, many clubs around Europe will be, lurking around saying, listen, we'll offer you this, and then of course you're going to be enticed by that, like, it's just human nature. It is. How many goals do you expect out of Hugo Ekitike? He's our Mbappe. You'll never walk alone. Scouts Kobel. You should not be comparing him to Kylian Mbappe. That's putting way too much pressure on him, and they're very different players. And honestly, for me, it's not really goals that I expect out of Hugo Ekitike. It's more, how can he make everyone around him better? Because I truly believe we've brought him in more so as a false nine who's going to look to bring others into the game, look to find others, open up space for others, do important work off the ball, more than pure goal scoring. Because if we wanted pure goal scoring, we would have signed Gyökeres, who would have cost probably the same price as Hugo Ekitike. We would have signed a Gyökeres if we wanted a straight goals, like I said. But I don't believe that's what Slot is looking for in his center forward, and I think it's been made very clear by this signing. Obviously, within the first season, it was hard to know what Slot really wanted because he didn't make any of his own signings. But I think just the fact he played Lucho down the middle for so long when we had fit strikers tells you what he wants out of his center forward. And I don't think it's someone just to purely score goals. Johnny says, to be fair, it's hard from a Liverpool fan, a POV, but you forget these players dream of Madrid and Barca. God knows I would leave my job for more money somewhere else. That's the thing, it's normal. It's normal that they're going to be enticed by it. But I do think Ibu loves playing for Liverpool. And again, if we offered him real pay increase, I think he probably would extend. We have to see. The problem is Madrid is definitely in his ear. And that's difficult to turn down. You know what I mean? Because the lifestyle in Madrid also is great. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? And Ibu seems like he's about the vibes as well. Just joined Leo. Brilliant transfer. A verified person. Yes, indeed. Look at that look of that front three. Salah on the right. Ekitike down the middle. Cody Gakpo on the left. We got a Bayern fan in the building, Diego, who says, as a Bayern fan, I don't think Lucho is our solution. I've seen quite a few Bayern fans not wanting Lucho, actually, which is surprising. I would love a few more seasons of Ibu, too. Just don't want him bailing when we were about to go on a special run. Yeah. I would love more seasons of him, too. And I don't know if, guys, let me know if you agree. I actually said this earlier today, but I really do believe that. I actually think he's underrated by the Liverpool fan base. And I say that because I've seen it mentioned many, many times before of people saying Ibu only looks good because he's next to Virgil van Dijk. And I really disagree with that. Yes, Virgil makes everyone next to him look better and he helps them to be their best self. But I still think Ibu, again, when you talk about core qualities and what we need in a right center back, a channel defender, I think he has it all. Like, the only thing he could be a bit better with is distribution with his feet. I think that's the only thing. And that's not that much of a problem either. So, again, he's quick, good in the air, intelligent. He has pretty much every attribute you want in a center back. The only thing is sometimes his injury record. That's it. Liverpool champion says we're gonna win the league again. Lineup is best. It's a special lineup. Very special. Nah, but quite a few people say that. That he looks the way he does because of Virgil, which I agree to some extent, but only on a small scale. What do you think of Schlotterbeck? Highly rated, but again, he's more of a left center back, isn't he? I'm pretty sure Schlotterbeck is more of a left center back, so I'm not so sure how he would fit in with Virgil starting week in, week out. Luca says, I have to admit I have a small crush on Ryan Gartenberg's girlfriend. That is so random. So random. Gavin says, I think we're forgetting about Darwin. He's had a good preseason and looking very sharp. But it's still, as of today, looks like it's more likely that he leaves. As of today. You know? Thank you, Luca, for the support. What will our bench look like? I mean, right now, Dean, this team, I see many of you guys are happy with this team because it's a very strong team. Right now, on our bench, we would literally have Mamadashvili, we would have Frimpong, we would have Joe Gomez, we would have Andy Robertson, we would have Soboslai, we would have Curtis Jones, we would have Federico Chiesa, we would have Darwin, we would have Rio Enma. There's so many players that would still be on the bench and so strong that could be potential starters as well. Yusuf, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. We got Galer from Turkey. What's good in the building? Riyadh says, I'm in the building too. Rival fans hoping Verts and Ekitike flop. Hold that. No, I don't think Hato will move this summer, guys. I don't think Jorel Hato will move this summer because apparently Johnny Heitinga says that he wants to keep hold of him. And I think Hato will be happy to stay if he's a guaranteed starter in the Ajax team, which he is apparently. So I think it makes a lot more sense for him to at least stay one more year at Ajax, where he's a really crucial part of the starting 11, compared to coming to Liverpool, where he wouldn't start at the very beginning, I don't think, at least. You know? Because he's still so young. I don't think Spurs want to sell Van de Ven, bro. They're not. They would ask for crazy amount of money. Crazy amount of money. Farhan says, yo, bro, excited for this season. I feel like Slot is influenced by PSG's attack forwards that can interchange throughout the whole attack completely, bro. Completely. Yeah, Hato would play more as of a center back role, I think. But yeah, he can equally, he's natural as both a center back and a left back. That's what's great about him. But like I said, I don't think he's going to move. I don't think he's going to move. I mean, you could ask your brother. You said your brother's an Ajax fan, so he definitely knows more than me. Daily Aura, nice to see you in the building, who says, I really thought Ane would sign players from his old club. Me too. Initially, when he first moved, I remember there were rumors, but then it never came to fruition. Anything reliable, at least. So, yeah, it is a bit surprising. Because that tends to usually happen when managers move to a new club, you know? Hi, Mr. Tim. I'm doing well. How are you? We got Stefan in the building. How do you think Slaw will deal with the Alisson and Mamadashvili situation? Because neither of them will want to be a backup. I think both of them understand. I think both of them have the mentality where they understand how good they both are. But Alisson, because he's done it consistently, he's definitely going to be the starting keeper. Alisson, you know, he hasn't done anything last season to show that he's slowing down anytime soon. So for me, he's the best goalkeeper in the world, Alisson Becker. Seriously. For me, he's the best goalkeeper in the world. So, Leo, did you watch the close? No, the behind the close friendly wasn't shown, and there's no videos, Henry. But I did make a video on it. 5-0. We won with Darwin scoring a hat trick. Okay, see, that says, Leo, could you please make another 11, just including our bench players? All right, let's see what we can do. Guys, we're going to try to do a second 11, okay? Let me know if I go wrong in some places. So we're going to put Mamardashvili in goal. We're going to put Connor Bradley at right back. Okay? Guys, as I'm making this, let me know if you have any comments on if you want something to change. All right? Guys, let me know. So, oh shoot, it's bugging. Hold on. All right. So, right back, Connor Bradley. Right center back, I'm going to put Joe Gomez. Okay? Left center back. This is where we struggle. Guys, this is where we struggle. And it shows. Guys, it makes it clear as to why we need depth. Why we need to sign a center back this summer. Because look how much we're struggling in that specific position. For now, I'm going to put Robbo because last season he did play center back once. And that's all we can do right now. Because like I said, there's no one else we can play there. If we want to do a fully rotated 11. And then a left back, we can go for Kostas for now because he's still at the club. So then in midfield, we can put Soboslai in the cam. Hold on. Let me move him. Soboslai in the cam. I'll move Maka. So we got Soboslai in the cam. You guys see that? This is us changing everything, you guys, to look at the depth, okay? Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to put Jones here. Wait, hold on. At cam, I think it actually might be better to put Harvey Elliott for now because he's still at the club. Look, guys, Harvey Elliott, left center mid. Left center mid, we could put Curtis Jones. Wait. Let me move this. Look, right center mid, we're going to put Endo or holding mid. Left center mid, we can put Curtis Jones. I don't know why he's on that side though. Let me move Jones over. So guys, look, Curtis Jones. Yes, guys, very smart. We're going to put Endo at center back. Guys, smart. You guys got that ball knowledge. We're looking at our depth right now. Love it. Thank you guys for that shout. I love it. We're going to put Endo, okay? And then we're going to put Soboslai as one of the holding mids. Very good thinking. Let me do that right now, okay? So look, right center mid, we got Endo. Let me drag Endo to where Robbo is. And then for Robbo, guys, we're going to instead put Robbo at left back, okay? We're going to put Robbo at left back. And we're going to remove him from the center back position. What do you guys think of that? Guys, look at that. We got Endo at center back with Joe Gomez, okay? Guys, for those of you on TikTok that want to see this, you should jump onto the YouTube. If you just look up Leo's goals, there I have the formation and everything popped open for how we're going to set up next season. Let me show you guys. Like this. I have it popped open. If you want to come in the building. All right. So, What did we say we were going to do for right center mid? Right holding mid, we said Soboslai, right? So let me put that in right now, okay? That's a good back line. Yeah, bro, this is our backup right now. Even though obviously quite a few things can interchange, but still. It's great when you think about it that way. Look at that. Right there. We got Soboslai. Guys, what do we make of that midfield here? Midfield for depth. What do we think? Soboslai, Curtis Jones, Harvey. Big up, Stefan. Thank you very much for the super chat who says hello. Hello back to you. Guys, what do we make of that midfield? No, but we can't play Soboslai and Cam because Harvey is there. Bajetic is an option too. But I don't have Stefan, bro. I don't have Stefan in here, unfortunately. I don't have Stefan. All right. I'm going to move right now to the attack. So, shoot, I don't even have Rio in here yet. I haven't added Rio yet, you guys. So, on the right-hand side, I'm going to put Chiesa, okay? Down the middle, because he's still at the club, we're going to put Darwin. We're going to put Darwin. You see Darwin there? Chiesa right wing. Okay, guys, who would you rather see in this team? These are the two options. Spam it in the chat right now, guys. Either we go for Harvey Elliott right wing, so we move Chiesa to the left instead of having Rio on the left. And then in the midfield, we'd bring Bajetic in for Harvey. Or would you rather we keep it like this, but we put Rio Enma on the left-hand side? What would you guys rather? What do you guys think? All right, I'm here. You know what? I'm going to do a poll right now to see who you guys would rather we add to the team. It's either Rio or Bajetic. What do we think? Big up Johnny Spuds. Thank you for the support. Johnny Spud says, do you think Darwin could start if he keeps his preseason form? If he stays and he doesn't end up going to Saudi, for example, I think he could start. We know Darwin is a confidence player. So for me, if he has a crazy preseason and he's looking very good in training, why not? Because he's a confidence player, you know? The only thing is, what I doubt more so, Johnny, is whether he'll still be here then. Because there's so many rumors of him potentially going. No, Stu, it's I know they're different players, but yeah, we're doing subs right now. All right, Rio. All right, guys, Rio's the one we're going to fit into the team. Okay? Because there's different ways we can set up right now. So what we're going to do is keep Harvey on the right wing. But unfortunately, guys, I don't have an icon of him. I don't have Rio Enma. That's the problem. Let me see something. Okay, let me see if I can find an older version of Rio Enma, but I'm not so sure. Let's see. I'm going to have to use the old icon, you guys. Okay? So I'm sorry, this is not going to look clean. It's not going to look clean. Big up, Stefan. Thank you for the support again. What is this site called? No, this is Photoshop. Someone help make this. My boy Matija helped make this from scratch. He made this design. Okay. Look, guys, I'm sorry. It's going to be an older version. Oh, actually, no. It actually looks kind of clean. It's a little bit different, but it's not bad. Guys, there we go. And I'm going to remove Gakpo. What do we think? Guys, this is a team, for those of you that are just joining the building now. Oop. What happened here? Let me see. It's bugging for a sec, but let me move this. All right, we're back. We're back to some normals. All right, what do we make of this, guys? Bro, trust me, I love Stefan Bajcetic, but he's injured for a long while. This is our team of depth right now. This is our team of depth. Trust me, I love Bajcetic too. You guys have heard me speak about him, but he's injured right now, and we don't know when he'll be back. What do you guys think? Is this for the next match or the season? This is for the season, looking at what our backup team could be. Not backup, but the squad depth, because Szoboszlai very much could be a starter. Same with Connor Bradley, for example. What about Rodrigo and Gehi? We'll have to see if we sign them. Right now, I don't think we're going to be signing them because we're going to have some outgoings, I think. Surely. Diaz, it looks like he's going to leave, bro. I didn't see the Gyökeres news. What's the latest? Just stumbled on your channel. No disrespect. You remind me of a white Mo Salah. That's not disrespectful. Hi, Leo. Will there be highlights from the Liverpool versus Stoke game? Joseph, I don't think so, unfortunately. I don't think they installed a bunch of cameras. I could be wrong, though, and I hope I am, because I really want to see the highlights myself. But I don't think... I think they would have said it. They would have announced it somewhere, because a lot of people were asking, you know, are you going to have highlights and stuff, you know? So it just seems a bit unlikely. We'll have to see. Man United have entered the race for him. That doesn't surprise me. Ruben Amorim knows him very well, so that would help in the pursuit. Chiesa is a striker. That's an option as well. But look at how Darwin has been balling in preseason so far. Short-haired Darwin is built different, says Joseph. So would you keep him? Guys, you know what? I want to do a quick poll on that. I want to see what you guys will say. I feel like a lot of people have changed their minds just in the last week. The poll is going to be, would you rather, okay? Ooh, you're going to Tanzania? How come? I've never been. Let's see what you guys think. If you'd rather keep or sell Darwin. I'm curious. Liverpool Prophet says, Leo, don't give up on Isak, mate. It can still happen. Yes, it can. I agree with you. I made a video on YouTube actually yesterday saying that I still think Isak can happen. I think we're still trying something. I'm going to Mallorca in 4 weeks tomorrow. Oh, that's going to be so... It's going to be so fun. Doesn't Klopp often go to Mallorca? I think, right? Pretty sure. Oh, I was hoping there'd be pictures of Verts in the drive, but there isn't. There aren't any. Animation says, Leo, do you think Darwin will want to stay himself, though? I'm not so sure about Darwin. And the reason I say that is because I think he wants to be a starter week in, week out. And if he couldn't start last season, I don't see how he would have a better chance of starting this season when Slot has now gone to bring in his own striker. Like the Hugo Ekitike signing is Slot bringing in his own striker, which he couldn't do last season because it was literally Klopp's team. You know what I mean? But this signing is different because Slot absolutely would have had a look and known about the player and given his green light on the player. You know what I mean? So that does change quite a few things. Jamaica, I've been there. Beautiful. No 10th squad. I'm saying that I think Lucho is going to leave. He wasn't part of the squad today, for example, that played that behind the closed doors friendly. So I think there's probably a pretty good chance that he leaves. Let's have a look at the poll. 60% of you guys want to keep Darwin. 61%, 39% say sell Darwin. A big majority. Do you think Darwin stays, Joseph? I don't think so. I don't think Darwin stays for this reason I just mentioned before. That I think he wants to be at a club where he's going to really be a starter. You know what I mean? And like I said, if it didn't happen for him last season, I don't see what changes now when Slot has been able to bring in his own striker. You get what I'm saying? That's the thing. Go 12. I don't know if clubs will still be interested in Darwin in January, though. That's the problem. And Rodrigo, Joseph, it's too early to say. If Lucho leaves, though, I think we'll push hard for him. That's for sure. The thing that's just tough for Rodrigo, no, sorry, for Cody Gakpo is if we sign Rodrigo, he would have to be a starter because he was a starter last season for Real Madrid and he is one of the top players and we would have to pay big money for him. So if we signed Rodrigo, he would have to start in our team. And what would that mean for Cody Gakpo is my concern. Because obviously Salah is going to be starting on the right wing, no doubt about that. Ekitike, if we spent that much money, he's going to be starting as well. So Rodrigo would probably be on the left, you know? And would that mean that he wouldn't start that often? Gakpo, you know what I mean? Even though it's true we play a lot of games, but you get what I'm saying. Joseph says you're nearly at 3K subs. Yes, Joseph. Thank you guys For all of those of you guys that have subscribed to the new channel, I really appreciate you guys. I promise I'm going to be bringing one long form every single day. And it's been a lot of fun to get started on that new journey, to learn something new. But yeah, you guys, unfortunately, I'm going to have to go because I'm meeting my friend at the pool, who you guys have seen on the channel. Do you guys remember Thorvaldur? I did a stream this January with him for the United game, the 2-2 one. That was at Anfield, remember? You guys said he kind of looks like Mudryk, but he doesn't. I'm meeting him at the pool very, very soon. So, unfortunately, I have to go, you guys. But this was a lot of fun looking at basically what our starting 11 could be, what our backup or our second team could be, and just how much depth we already have. And I don't think the summer is over just yet. You know what I mean? So we shall see. But I can't wait to see the boys eat the same. Just Henry. We're going to be doing a watch along too. We're going to be doing a watch along on Saturday for the Liverpool AC Milan game for Wirtz's debut. El Shaddai, I didn't watch the game today. Love you too, Luca. If Darwin was willing to stay, says Johnny, I would keep him because he looks like he has a newfound confidence. Yeah. But I think it also depends what Slot's plans are. You know what I mean? So anyways, guys, I will see you very soon. Have a beautiful rest of your Sunday. And I just know I'm going to see you guys soon because it seems like a whole lot is happening right now. But I will see you guys very, very soon.